Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Vail Lake in Temecula, California. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling day. Thank you all for the well wishes and the congratulations on my adoption of Zephy. She's don't know if you can see her because of the light, but she's conked out in the back there. I can't even see her on the camera. Oh, yeah, she's conked out in the back there. We've just had to run up here to get the internet connection because I just had to be on a weekly meeting, and so figured I would do my live while I was here. And let's see, adapting, yes, adapting, lots of stuff getting. God, my hair's getting a mess. Look at this. Whoa! Don't get it cut till the 26th. Man, it's going to look like a real sheep that needs shearing. Where was I? Oh yeah, adapting. So yes, we're having a few challenges, but that's okay because it's all part of the process. Like last night I told her to get into a crate, so she ran into the bedroom, and I had already made my bed up ready to sleep in, had the blankets turned down and everything else, and so she jumps up on the bed right on top of the sheets there, and looks at me, and I says, no, you're not staying there. I says, off and into your crate. And she just looked at me and like crouched down, and then I reached over and picked her up, and she had piddled on the bed, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. So I put her down, sent her back off to her crate, and that quickly stripped. Fortunately, she didn't get any of the pillows or any of the blankets. She just got the bottom sheet and the one of those, it's like a feather bed that you stick underneath, but this one has non-feather stuff in it, and she had gotten that. So I pulled those off, sprayed the urine stuffy on them, and I've still got to wash them. I didn't get a chance to do that today. And then quickly made the bed back up again. And then and she comes over she's like slinks over to me like she's all apologetic and everything, and she suddenly drops down, rolls over onto her back, and I was getting ready, throwing some clothes on to take her outside, and so I reached down and give her a belly rub. She loves belly rubs. And what does she do on belly rub? She pees. I'm like, seriously? And so we then take her outside and go for another walk and all that sort of thing. And then we come back in, get all settled down. And and then this morning I get up to go to the bathroom like around 4:30, and decided to check on her. And she had peed in her crate on the towel that was in there. So we changed all that out. And then I took her outside, and she peed and pooped again. Fortunately, it was outside, so she got her praise. And I think I more gave her a fright at 4:30 in the morning because it was dark, she couldn't see, and then sent her back and put another towel down there for her, and we went back to bed and all that sort of stuff. But around 6:30 she started whining again, so again got up, threw some clothes on, and actually I didn't really throw any clothes on. I just put stuff on over my PJs, and we walked outside. It's like 50, like high 40s, low 50s outside, so it was freezing. It was awesome, loved it. And so put the leash on her, and we went for a walk, and it was actually quite interesting. What was interesting is that this campground, when I arrived, it was like a ghost town. There was like hardly any RVs or campers here at all on Thursday. Friday, the place like almost fully booked out. And then today, when I got up and went for a walk, it was amazing how many people were up outside sitting around an open fire, because they have fire pits at every campground. The number of people that were already sitting up, and you've got to remember, it's like high 40s, low 50s, and they're already sitting out. They've got the fires going already at 6:30 this morning, and they're sitting out there having their cup of coffee and everything, or cup of tea or whatever. It was just amazing. And so we went for this really long walk. We walked, I know it was just under 3,000 just under 5,000 steps. Just under 5,000 steps by the time we got back to the camper, and it wasn't even 8 o'clock. And then campers started leaving and all of that. Well, I also had to run out to get some more stuff from the pet food thing, because I'd forgotten the clicker for training her. And we start the clicker training tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, and a lot of people were leaving and all of that sort of stuff. And by the time I got back from the pet store and everything, the place was like a ghost town again. And there were still campers leaving. I mean, checkout time's like 12 o'clock. And like 3 o'clock this afternoon, there were more campers still leaving and everything else. And now there's even less. And there's a whole bunch more of the little that are left that are leaving tomorrow as well. So it's going to be, yeah. But we also went for another long walk when we got back from the pet store. And she does this funny thing. She'll suddenly put on, now she knows her leash is only so long, so she suddenly puts on this spurt of speed and then comes to a dead stop and sits before the leash pulls on her. I'm like, what? And then she'll like go around and scatter all around and sniff over here and sniff over there, and then she does this spurt of speed again and sits. Crazy dog. So it's going to be interesting trying to get her, but she did start barking today. I hadn't heard her bark or anything, and I was told that she's not only that the people who had rescued her had never heard her bark, but there were these two big dogs. Like one was it looked like a boxer, but it was bigger than a boxer. It was huge. And then there was another big dog next to it as well, and they were probably about 30 feet from us, and she starts barking, and I'm like, what? Oh, you do have a voice. All I've heard is whines. So she does bark. And she's trying to get between me and the dog, so it was kind of good that she's got that protective streak going again. But she's pretty conked out right now, but she's got another walk coming up. She doesn't know it yet. But yeah, so it's been a good day, a lot of adjusting and all that sort of stuff, and she likes her little stuff. I got a little stuffed alligator, and she likes chomping on that, which is good because it's good for her teeth. But got an appointment for her to get a bath tomorrow because she hasn't had a bath since I don't know when, and the rescue said that the foster home it's been in only has dirt on the ground and all of that. So we will get her a bath tomorrow. We will also get her a vet appointment tomorrow to make sure that she's healthy and everything, get her all checked out and all of that sort of stuff. So she has the bath tomorrow, and I'm going to call the vet first thing in the morning, and I'm going through Banfield at PetSmart because they're all over the country. So when I'm traveling, her records will basically follow us from PetSmart to PetSmart, which is awesome. And she's in the system, so it'll be easy for us to be able to get treatments and that sort of thing for her. So we're going to get her microchipped tomorrow too, because she's not microchipped. So I'll get her microchipped and a bath and make sure she's healthy. So that's on our agenda for tomorrow. Not sure what she's going to do with the bath. But it's been a really good day just getting to know each other. And every time I go sit on the couch when she's not on the couch, she will go into her crate. She won't come onto the couch with me. But she kind of comes so far. When I call her and tell her to come, she'll come to within about 3 feet. She won't come any closer, but she's getting better. We're still adjusting, still getting used to it and everything else. So, not only did you find a new best friend, but you found yes, we've already done over 5 miles. I've done over 3 miles today, and we've still got another big walk to go before bed tonight. And we've got this really cool leash that lights, and you can have it as a solid light down the leash, or you can have it do a fast flash, or you can have it do a slow flash. And she loves walking in the circle of the flashlight, which is really weird, because if she goes outside of the circle, she sort of stops, looks, waits for me to catch up with her with the light, and then she'll carry on walking. So she likes walking in the spotlight of the flashlight, which is kind of funny as well. We'll see how that goes. She'll get another long walk tonight before bedtime, and hopefully we'll have a quieter night. But I have been closing my bedroom. Because then this morning, she's like running all around, and so I put my shoes on to take her outside and go to get a leash, and she goes into the bedroom, and I call her and she's not coming, and then she finally comes, and I'm like, what are you doing in there? And I walk past, and she like darts past me, and I look in the bedroom, and she'd pooped on the floor at the end of the bed. I was like, oh great. So, and of course her stool right now is a little loose because she's been fed on so many different types of dog food, because it's whatever the rescue has that they feed them. So I'm going to be mixing a little bit of pumpkin in with the dog food that they gave me, and see if we can settle things down a little bit. Plus I know she's nervous and everything else, so that's playing into it as well. And we got in the car today, and she started whining when we went to the pet store, because I think she thought she was going back or something. And I said, no. I said, I promise you, you're coming back in the car with me, and we're coming back to the RV. You're going to be okay. So it's just like reassuring her and all that sort of stuff. But it's so much fun. I'm having fun. Are you having fun, Zeffy? Zeffy, say hi. No? Yes. She's at least learned her name. Kinda. Most of the time she looks at me when I call her, but there's times that she just ignores me. But that's all part of the process, all part of the training. So that's it from me. I didn't watch any James Bond last night. I was exhausted. It was a long day yesterday. Plus I realized I'd had breakfast like around 9 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't have anything again until 8 o'clock last night, and I didn't get my water intake in for yesterday as well, and I don't have my water intake in for today either. So yeah, I have to be a little more conscious of making sure that I eat regularly and I get my water intake in, because otherwise I might end up dehydrated again, and that's not a good thing. Not when today's humidity was supposed to be below 10%. But yeah, we're going to concentrate on that a little more. So that's it from me for today. I'm actually going to do another live when I get an internet connection again that'll catch us up on all the James Bond movies and the behind the scenes of them. Yeah, because my next one to watch is Living Daylights, because I finished watching... Oh, no, hang on. No, I did do that one. I watched Octopussy and gave a report on that. Then I watched... oh, the one with Grace Jones in it. Jeepers. It was his final James Bond. It was Roger Moore's final James Bond movie. I can't even remember what it is. But I have to watch the making of that, and then I've got Living Daylights to watch next. So tomorrow while she's having a bath, there's a corner bakery across from the PetSmart where she's going to be having her bath. So I'm going to go over there and knock out a whole bunch of work on their free internet. So yeah. I am so behind, and having to come up here is a pain. But I have to show you this. Look, I'm sitting in the parking lot, but look at this. This is their courtyard area. So this is, it's dark tonight because it's not open, but this is their steakhouse. Then they've got an activities room next to it where the light is. Then they've got this courtyard, and at the far end of the courtyard, they've got a stage thing set up. And then that building over there is the registration. There's a cafe behind this building here, which I think is just all staff stuff. So yeah, so it's really cool, and it's quite pretty here at night with the lights up like that. So, but yeah, so tomorrow I'm finally going to get on an internet connection while she's having a bath and get that all knocked out. And hopefully, they said it's going to take 2 to 3 hours to bathe her, and I'm like looking at her going, she's just a little dog. She's only 20-something pounds. She's not going to get much bigger than she is now, and it's going to take them 2 to 3 hours to bathe her. And I'm like, okay. So hopefully there's a Sprouts next door as well. So hopefully I'll get in there to be able to get the groceries that I need and then go back and pick her up. So fingers crossed we get everything done tomorrow that needs to get done. But that's it from me for tonight. Hope you guys are all having a super fantastic sparkling day, and we will catch you all tomorrow. Hei konera. You gonna say bye, Zeffy? No, you just conked out. Okay.